Hi friends, this is another poem, very important poem in MA English. So, friends, you listen and please share this video. Okay, thank you. Let us start. Oh Captain, my Captain. Oh Captain, my Captain. So, this one written by Walt Whitman. This one written by Walt Whitman, 1865, consists of 3 stanzas. How many stanzas will be given here? 3 stanzas. It was published in his work Leaves of Grace. It is a symbolic poem in which captain refers to Abraham Lincoln and the ship refers to the USA. Understood, friends? Here captain refers to Abraham Lincoln, okay, and the ship refers to the USA. So let us say this entire poem, and also this poem describes the victory of the Union after the end of the Civil War and also the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So this is a main theme. That's why we should listen carefully and learn well. See here, first stanza. Oh Captain, my Captain. Okay. Oh Captain, my Captain. Our fearful trip is done. How it will be trip? Very fearful. Okay. Very terrible. Very dreadful. And then the ship has withered every rack. The prize we sought is won. The port is near. The bells I hear. The people all exulting. While follow eyes the steady nail, the vessel grim and daring. But, oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. So if you want to see this entire first stanza, Whitman calls upon the captain. What? Here captain, who is captain here? Lincoln. On the ship USA. Okay. That fearful trip. How it will be trip is there? Very dreadful. And civil war also going on. Has come to an end. The people have won the victory at last, which they quested for, that is the victory of the Union. The victory of the Union. How it will be? Let us see. Poet tells the captain that port refers to here. What is the meaning of port refers to here? Home. Okay. He is very near and now he can hear the sound of temple bells. Okay. Here fort refers to home and is very near, and now he can hear the sound of temple bells and the cries of the enthusiastic people who are eagerly waiting for him. The enthusiasm increases as the ship reaches near the fort. Neil has been thrown off the ship so has to keep ship stable. So this is the, and then if you want to see this next lines, this enthusiasm is replaced by gloom. Enthusiasm replaced by gloom. The captain is dead now and blood is oozing from his body. This makes the poet exclaim, "Oh heart, heart, heart. The captain, who was supposed to be prized by the people for his peerless bravery, is now lifeless and motionless. So, this is the stanza number 1. Next, 2. Right. Next. O captain, my captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up. For you the flag is flung. For you the bugle trials. For you banquets and ribboned waits. For you the shows a crowding. For you they call, their swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. Okay. So in this second stanza, Whiteman tries to talk to the captain, and who he knows well is dead. This technique is to talking to the dead is called apostrophe. Apostrophe here will be given, "Oh captain, my captain." So, and this refers to apostrophe. The poet asks the captain to rise up as for him, and he is calling him. Okay, and he tried to wake up him. See here, dead people, they cannot wake up. Okay, so that's why here to rise up as for him. Bells are being rung, flags are being hoisted, musical instruments are being rung, flowers are being curled, etc. So everything will be explained like this. Okay, and then the people are eagerly waiting for his arrival, but he is dead now. It should be noted that the captain is dead now, and hence these ceremonies are of his funeral. Okay, friends, next. The poet goes in reminiscence and tries to consider this death to be fancy, but at last he has to believe that captain is dead. Poet calls him father because for him Lincoln is not just a military leader but the father of the nation, and laments over his loss. So this is the second stanza of "O Captain, my Captain." Let us see third one. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse, nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object one. Exalt, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I, with mournful tread, walk the deck, my captain lies fallen cold and dead. Let us see this entire third stanza. We find the duality of emotions here. Whiteman experiences the euphoria of their victory, but at the same time laments over the death of Lincoln, which is a big loss for the nation. Okay, and the poet says that now the captain is dead. We know very well. His lips are pale. His lips are pale. He can neither feel the arms of the poet nor his heart is beating. It is such a time when the ship has arrived at its destination. The fearful trip, that is horrors of the civil war, is over now, and there is relief among the people. People are rejoicing, but the poet is mourning over the death of Lincoln. Understood? Okay, right. The deck, here deck is there na? The deck he is refers to the cemetery of Lincoln. A poet moving around this place laments over his death. Hence, the poem ends with both victories as well as lose. So, this is the entire poem of "Oh Captain, My Captain." Okay, thanks for listening, and also please subscribe and share my video. If you have any doubts, you will send.